All right, right now in the 5 series, we're going to look at jazz records on the Muse label. Muse is one of those labels that I look out for, one of my favorite jazz labels. And you know what? Over the next few weeks, I'm going to start digging into some more sort of jazz labels, if you don't mind, and give it insight to some of my favorite jazz labels. But anyway, we're going to kick it off with we're talking about Muse. This is Jimmy Heath, and this album's called Jimmy. What are you laughing? This album's called Jimmy. Absolutely love this album. The cover doesn't sell it, and I don't have any other Jimmy Heath records. I just saw this record and I saw it was on Muse, and I gave it a listen. And also with the lineup too, Kenny Barrett is on here, Bob Cranshaw, one of the great bassists, and M. Tume is on here too, and Art Tootie Heath, which is Jimmy Heath's brother, is on here. It's just straight up banging hard bop. It's a driven, focused record, tight musicianship, and I just love this record. Right? It doesn't ever let me down. I love this record. Jimmy by Jimmy Heath. Cannot go wrong. On the Muse label. Mark Murphy, I buy Mark Murphy records. Right? He's the cat. He is cool. Once again, the cover doesn't set it in any way. Stolen moments on the Muse label. There's a track called Sly on here, which is an incredible track. He does a cover of the famous Brazilian standard. Um, what's it called? Waters of March. He does a great cover of Waters of March, and and the rest of the album just holds up really, really well. But with Mark Murphy, you can't really go wrong. Jazz vocals, he's like a smooth cat. And I just buy Mark Murphy records, and that's it. And he put out a bunch of stuff on Muse. Carlos Garnett, Black Love, Spiritual Jazz, just a great record. Just this record is just an exceptional record. Um, I put it, as I said, in the spiritual jazz realm. It's just otherworldly and all encompassing, and it just embraces you and lifts you up and just carries you away. Great record. Carlos Garnett, rest in peace. He passed away recently. Black Love. Goliath, David Schneider. I just love the way that David Schneider plays. Cecil McBee is also holding it down here on the bass, and this is like, yeah, just a great thumping, driving um, jazz record. And Schneider has this way of playing. There's like an even kill. He doesn't overdo it. He's got like a warm, round sound, and it just draws me in, and I just dig him. And this is a great record on the Muse label. It's called Goliath. And finally, I've mentioned this record before, Wallace Roney versus. This is the type of record to me, right? And I thought about this. This kind of record, if you're getting into jazz and you've done the kind of starter kit, the Miles Davis and the Coltrane's and hopefully Duke Ellington and that kind of stuff, you want to branch out a little bit more. This is a great record. I was watching a documentary about a jazz cafe in like Japan, and the guy that owned this jazz cafe mentioned this record. He said this record is one of his favorite records. It just makes him happy, and he plays it every day. And I was like, okay, I've got that record, and now I'm sharing it with you. Wallace Roney versus. This is a great record, great jazz hard bop record on the Muse label. Okay, Muse Records, Hi-Fi Recluse, good fun records. Let's get it.